All right, our next bout of the evening, two pro debuters in Andrew Scott and Andrew Lawson. Not much to talk about.
Battle of the Andrews.
There you go.
Let's go, Will.
There you go. Battle of the Andrews. I don't know why I didn't see that. The Battle of the Andrews. So, you know, nervous energy I was feeling when I was doing the fighter interviews. But Andrew Lawson sounded way more confident than Andrew Scott. Andrew Scott comes from an MMA background. So this fight, from what I'm hearing, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Lawson is the real deal and have sparred with tremendous amount of fighters. I'm going to throw it back to our official ring announcer, Bob Alexander.
And now, ready to make his way into the ring from the blue corner, Andrew Scott.
Andrew Scott, 28 years old, making his professional boxing debut, but he has 3 MMA fights. I don't know if that counts for anything.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Hollywood, Florida. There's quite a bit of talent there.
Yes.
No, but he's representing Port Huron, Michigan.
Scott.
Yeah, Andrew Scott. Yeah, Andrew Scott.
Well, I'm saying Andrew Lawson coming out, and you said he was a former MMA. Are you saying?
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna talk about him later on, but yeah, we're talking about Andrew Scott right now. 28-year-old pro debut, 0 amateur bouts. I'm gonna pass it back once again to Bob Alexander. Gonna call out his opponent.
And now, ready to make his way to the ring from the red corner, Andrew Lawson.
Goes by the nickname Lethal. 24 years old, originally from Kingston, Jamaica, but now living in Hollywood, Florida. Now, he's had limited amateur experience, only 25 bouts, but I feel like, and this is just my opinion, his sparring has made up for it. He's sparred the likes of AB, Adrian Broner, Teofimo Lopez, Kid Austin, who's fighting Shakur Stevenson February 22nd, Xander Zayas, who's fighting tonight in New York City, Aaron Aponte, and numerous other fighters. So I'm gonna ask you, Frisco.
Yes.
Sparring, does that help a lot more in experience and limited amateur experience, but getting you ready for the pros?
It does, because it allows you to learn.
But I'm hearing great things from Andrew Lawson. They say this kid is the real deal, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in his professional debut.
Yeah.
The tail of the tape, Jonathan, by our sponsor, Bud Light.
Andrew Lawson, 24 years old, 5'10", 146. I like that height at welterweight. That's nice.
That's pretty high.
I'm going to pass it back to our ring announcer, Bob Alexander, with the official
Ladies
introductions.
and gentlemen, from the Hilton Downtown Tampa, our next bout of the evening is brought to you by Alessi Promotions. Scheduled for 4 rounds of professional boxing in the welterweight division. The 3 judges scoring at ringside: Andre Omari, Jacob Russ Sr., and James Aylesworth. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, your referee, Chris Young. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the white trim. He weighed in at 137.2 pounds. Tonight, he is making his professional debut from Port Huron, Michigan. Here is Andrew Scott. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the orange trim. He weighed in at 162.2 pounds. Tonight, he is also making his professional debut. He comes from Hollywood, Florida. Here is Andrew Lethal Lawson.
And I do want to apologize for those that are watching us. I don't know for what reason I said do the 3 fights in mixed martial arts count for anything? What was I thinking?
They do
Absolutely, it's
count.
obviously combat sports. I don't know.
Well,
I do
it's not-
apologize.
It's not hopscotch, Will.
Exactly. I do apologize to the
badminton.
mixed martial arts community and also my
that
boxing
checkers?
community. I don't know what
MMA guys, we're in Tampa. If you want to meet Will after the promotion, come on out.
Don't come over here. My name is Jonathan.
Okay,
Here we go. Round 1.
Let's do
Scheduled
this.
for 4 welterweights.
Okay, Will, I mean, I didn't know he sparred the who's who of boxing right now.
Yes, he did.
Thanks for throwing that on me 30 seconds between the
I
fight.
do apologize. I
This-
should have let you know
This
before.
is going to be quick work, I think.
Yeah, I mean, just look. I mean, me just looking at fighters, look at their stance, just tells me a lot about them.
He's got 10 pounds on him.
Now, I'm going to give you, the listeners, some information, and Frisco and Jonathan. This kid, or this young man, was up to 256 pounds at one time in his life, and that's how he got into boxing.
Oh, wow.
He was injured in Jamaica and wanted to lose weight and just got hooked to boxing. 256 pounds this
Isn't it-
young man was at one time.
Isn't that Benavides' story?
Yeah.
Yeah, Benavides is at super middleweight, well,
Yeah.
light heavyweight now.
Yeah.
This kid is at welterweight. He lost a lot of weight, 147 pounds.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
His favorite fighter, and I'm talking about Andrew Lethal Larson, Terrence Bud Crawford,
Yeah.
two-division
matter.
undisputed world champion, current WBO,
Hey, we had a
super
chance to interview,
welterweight.
didn't we, Jonathan?
Yeah.
A couple times.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
know
super
him well.
nice guy.
Good jab to the body and to the head by Lethal Larson.
Let's get a little bit of a fight
Oh,
coming
good
up in
combination.
September. Yeah, 1-2. Yeah,
Left
speed.
uppercut, right hand combination by Lethal.
Honestly, has a similar body to Crawford. Very similar. I think
Yeah.
Crawford's 5'8", 5'9". He's 5'10", same weight class. And Crawford moved up to
Yeah.
154, but he's really a 147-pounder.
Yes.
I mean, they look similar.
And we'll talk about that
They
a
do
little
have
later.
this- yeah, they do
Moving
have-
up to 168, which, I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about that later on. Not much going on. Andrew Scott
You can
throws
just
a
see
1-2, falls a little short.
Speed
You
difference.
can just see the difference in just
levels.
levels of pedigree. Just a much better trained fighter.
Now, like I said earlier, Andrew Scott, 0 amateur bouts. And I ask all fighters about their amateur experience because that counts a lot for me. You know, building a base for the sweet science. He just said, I like to fight.
You know, I see Scott not as good fighter as Andrew, but I don't know if in a takedown who's going to win.
Both of them are Andrew.
In a takedown?
Yeah.
I got you.
Good 1-2 by Lethal Larson.
Scott,
So Andrew Scott had the MMA fights.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, 3.
Andrew Lawson has sparred the who's who of
Yeah. But not,
welterweight boxing.
but not real fights, right?
Spar.
He's making fun of me. I felt it. Good shot. Good right.
Good.
Right down to the body.
Good.
Good pull counter by Larson.
I mean,
One-way traffic
this
coming
is-
from Lethal Larson.
This should just be a matter of time.
Good jab. He looks sharp.
There you go. That,
Good left hook, right combination, right uppercut combination by Lethal Larson.
I mean, that's a win for Scott just for surviving that and not going down. I mean, there's a difference. No, it takes courage to get in the ring.
No,
I'm
no,
just-
no.
absolutely.
We're laughing, but listen, it's not
Here's some
laughing
of
matter
Frisco.
when
Here's
you
some
get
of the
in.
highlights.
Let's
Talk
look
to
at
me
this.
about what you're seeing.
Yeah, see, just
Sneaky
just
uppercut.
better. You know,
Oh,
Lawson just, yeah. That was just a little bit off balance, and he's mad at himself.
No, I saw a right hook land to the body a little
Yeah.
bit. You know, got him off balance.
Kind of a looping uppercut right hook. And he did it. We did it with both hands. So I mean, if you're pulling those shots off in the first round, those are later round shots.
Yeah.
And you know I was laughing. We don't disrespect any fighter.
Absolutely not.
Even Andrew Scott, but the skill set is very apparent. You
Yeah.
know, you can see it's night and day between one fighter and another. But he got through the first round, and most debuts with a talented fighter like Lethal, they don't even last
that
45
long.
seconds. You
And I
literally
give them.
blow on your opponent, and they usually crumble and 10 count, and they're out of there. But Andrew Scott made it
yeah.
to the second round. Let's see what he
If
does
I was
here in
on
the
Hard
second round.
Rock Bet, I would have bet him that he got him out of there in the first round, and he didn't. Props to Scott.
Yep.
Yeah,
Coming
yeah,
out, look at him throwing a jab.
yeah.
I mean, he's.
Yeah.
I like.
He's got a good eye. He's moving well, you know.
Just to reiterate, both of them are making their professional debut. Andrew Scott from Port Huron, Michigan, in the black trimmed in white, and his opponent Lethal Lawson, Andrew Lethal Lawson, originally from Kingston, Jamaica, now living in Hollywood, Florida. He's in the black trimmed in orange. Good body combination.
That's a problem.
Yeah, he's just picking him now, picking him apart. Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
I think if he gets him with the check, he could get that check hook is wide open.
Now, Jonathan, let me ask you a question. When you're early in this career, I mean, early in your professional career, what do you look for in a fighter?
I mean, for Andrew Lawson, I mean, being around those guys that you mentioned, the ABs, the Kid Austins, the big name guys, you got to come out and gas pedal. I mean, you should have got him out in the first round. I'm just going to be honest. Like, it's easier said than done, but it should have been. Let's see, like that. It should have been balls to the wall, 0 to 60. I mean, if you're not doing that with the first couple, there you go.
Down
there you go.
goes Andrew Scott.
Maybe it'll be the second.
On an accumulation of shots by Andrew Lethal Lawson. Referee makes it to the count of 8. Andrew Scott makes it up. Back to work goes Lethal Lawson.
I think another body shot where.
Do you feel Jonathan started the troubles for Andrew Scott were the body shots?
Yeah, that's what he went down on, and I mean, and those are the ones. Andrew Scott's defense, he's got a high guard. He's blocking. It's just he's leaving the body open, and
he's guarding, but they're not tight, and that's so the punches are still coming in.
Good body shot once again, and down goes Andrew Scott. Christopher Young waves the contest off scene. Sees more than what he needed to see. Andrew Scott makes it out of the first round, but couldn't make it out of the second round. Congratulations to Andrew Lethal Lawson in his professional debut. Here are some of the highlights. Jonathan, walk me through them.
Look at this.
Yeah, it was just the speed difference, and then he's working into the body. I think the first round kind of warmed him up. You have that adrenaline, maybe that kept Scott going. But after the second round, look at the size, the strength difference, the speed. It's just too much.
Just looks totally different night and day. Two different. All right, so let's so Jonathan, this is a good starter for Lawson for his pro debut.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you just got to get a warm body in there.
Yeah.
Someone to give you a round or two. Yeah. Just to get the I fought a professional fight. I walked out. There was a live audience. It wasn't an amateur fight. It was a professional fight. There was absolutely no resistance. It was basically target practice. But what does that do as a former world champ? I mean, your first fight. What was your first fight like?
My first fight, I fought a two-time Golden Glove champion.
Okay, that's not what we had here tonight. That's not what we had here tonight.
But again, within 10 fights, I fought 2 world champions. But the difference between me and them is that I already had over 200 amateur fights.
Yeah.
I'm like
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause.
Let's go to the ring for the announcement here.
Please.
Let's Bob announce.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge, Chris Young, calls a halt to the bout at 2 minutes, 2 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO, now 1-0, Andrew Lethal Lawson.
Yeah, so let's
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with tonight's winner, Andrew Lethal Lawson, in your professional debut. Congratulations. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling great. Been waiting for this for 10 years. Got to thank God for this. First of all, I'd like to thank the promotion for allowing me to present my talents in front of the world, and I'm just very thankful.
Now, walk me through. Before you stopped them in the second round, you got the knockdown in the first round. Walk me through that first knockdown.
Well, I saw him dropping his hands a lot. Now I'm bringing his hands back. My corner told me to keep sticking the jab. She would see any openings, and I went for the body.
Now, you sparred of who's who. Before I start talking about your second knockdown where you ended the fight, you sparred a who's who of boxing. A.B. Adrian Broner, Teofimo Lopez, Kid Austin, Xander Zayas, who fights tonight. How has that helped you early in your professional career, since this was your professional career, but how did that get you ready to start your professional career?
It's given me a lot of experience. It's given me a lot of experience, prepared me for everything. So no matter what style I get in the ring, I've seen it before. I've seen it all.
Now, when is your next fight? Obviously, early night, you don't get paid for overtime. When are we going to see you back in the ring?
That'll be announced real soon. Me and my team have to get together, talk it out, and we'll see what's next.
Once again, tremendous performance. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you again. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, by stoppage, Andrew Lethal Lawson.